It was 2 weeks later that Tex told us he had to fire Stephen. He wouldn't tell us why, but I wondered whether Stephen quit or was fired. About 3 months later, the news was announced that Steve would be starring in Be the Love. I knew that he actually quit, and Lex just said he fired him to make himself look good. It was 1 week after Steve quit that we met Solomon Rosenberg. Again, I had to take the time to get familiar with the new bandmate. By that time, Chris was out of rehab, but Lex still wouldn't allow us to see him. I called him a couple of times and got in trouble each time. 4 months later, Chris had relapsed and went back in. I blamed myself because I knew Chris needed someone to talk to, but I was too scared to reach out. It was crazy because I had turned into a slave controlled by Lex. I didn't realize how bad it was until the last visit with Derek, and it got worse as time went on. Our first tour with Solomon was in Africa, which was our first tour in Africa. However, before we went to Africa, spent a month in talk shows introducing the new member. By the time we were in Africa, Steve was on Broadway. I read a couple of articles online about him. I was very happy for him. Nigeria was our last stop for that tour. We returned home for a short break before heading out to Asia. Once we returned, I got sick. I told Lex to replace me, but instead he gave us a 3-month break. There were rumors about the band breaking up, but they were false at the time. I spent 3 months in bed. I wasn't that sick, but I was exhausted. After having time to think, I came to the conclusion that I couldn't do 4SCORE anymore. When we returned to New York for our first meeting in a long time, I told Orlando I was quitting. I figured since he was the only original member excluding me, he should know before Lex. Okay, boys. Like always, I got some new songs for you. Edward interrupts. Lex, can I talk to you in private? What's the matter, Eddie? I'd rather not discuss it in public. Why not? We have no secrets. Whatever you talk to me about, you should be able to talk to your bandmates about. Now, what is it? I can't do this anymore. Do what? 4SCORE. It is too strenuous. You had a 3-month break. You want another month? No, I don't want to do this anymore. I've become a completely different person. I don't even know who I am anymore. You're Edward Washington. There. Now you know. Let's get started. You don't understand. I lost my closest friend because of you. What did I do? All those restrictions and checking up on my phone calls and having a bunch of babysitters everywhere we go. I mean, Lex, we're adults. We don't need people watching our every move. Why don't you trust us? The same reason why I didn't trust Sean, Chris, and Steve. I turned my back for a second and they stabbed me in the back. I did everything I did out of love. I wanted only the best for you. Why can't you see that? Why can't you see that it caused so much pain? I can't be your slave anymore. Oh, here we go again with that slave stuff. Well, you know what? If you want to leave, leave. See if I care. Remember, Eddie, you're not, Edward interrupts. I know I'm not irreplaceable. How many times are you going to remind me? I haven't forgotten. None of us have forgotten. But you make it so difficult to enjoy 4SCORE. None of us care whether or not you replace us. You're not here for fun, it's business. Well, if I can't have fun, I don't want to do it anymore. Then you're welcome to leave, Orlando responds. If you're letting him go, then I want to go too. I can't stay here any longer either. Orlando, what are you doing? Asked Edward. If you don't stay, there's no reason for me to stay either. I only stayed this long because you stayed. I always figured if you stayed, it must be worth staying. But if you're going to leave, I can't stay. You can't leave 4SCORE, replies Lex. Why? Am I not irreplaceable? You're not. I can replace you in a minute. Then what's the problem? Go, just go, both of you. I don't need you. Do you know how many boys out there would love to be in your shoes? Edward replies. If they knew you, none. You are the nastiest, most selfish person I've ever encountered. I lost a friendship that I can never regain. Or would you get over your stupid friend? He was too low for you anyways, replies Lex. I hope you could find a replacement quick enough for your next tour. You can't leave, Eddie. You can't leave. You signed a contract, remember? Then sue me. Sue me for all I have. Kill me if you have to, but I can't do this any longer. You might as well sue me too, says Cyril. This band is nothing without Orlando and Edward. Cyril, you don't have enough seniority to talk to me like that. Lex, I can talk to you any way I want. You have anything to say, Solomon? No. Well, except maybe you should just call it done. I mean, 4SCORE has been together for 6 years. And with 3 changes, Already, I don't think it could stand any longer. If you add any more replacements, just let it be. You can announce a breakup next week sometime. You can have a goodbye tour, and that'll be the end of it. I'm not doing another tour, replies Edward. I'm done with 4SCORE. Lex, goodbye. Whatever you do, it's your choice. But I can't stay here any longer. Edward walks to Orlando and gives him a hug. I'm going to miss you. Take care of yourself. He then looks over to Solomon Serial. Guys, it was nice meeting you. Whatever happens, make sure you never put your work before your family and friends. Bye and good luck in all of your endeavors. I walked out. After that, I had not one clue of what was going to happen. The next week, Lex announced that the band had broken up. It was a bittersweet moment, but I will admit it was more sweet than bitter. The only thing I really missed was the bandmates. We spent so much time together that we automatically became family. After quitting, I took a break for 2 years. I went on hiatus. Sean made another solo album, and Orlando made his first album. Chris got out of rehab, and I was able to visit him this time. I pretty much spent most of my time with him, talking about his problems and what led him to such destruction. He told me that he was sober for 2 years before joining 4SCORE and thought he would be okay. He thought doing something he loved would keep him from using, but with Lex treating us like slaves, he relapsed. We talked about everything, and he was well again. Stephen continued to do Broadway. He was in 2 more shows, and Serial and Solomon went with another record company and became a duo. They call themselves 2 out of 4. After 2 years of not seeing any of 4SCORE, I decided to have a reunion party. I had contacted all 6 of them and told them that I wanted to see them. However, I never told them that I had invited 4SCORE, so it was such a surprise for them. Orlando was the first to show.